Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, Senator METHU, the Nyandarua County Senator, has finally told us what he believes William Ruto could be suffering from.
Happy that the courts actually released them for free. It is my opinion, my very considered opinion, that I think our president is suffering from inferiority complex. There's no other reason why anybody would round up children because he feels that he was not received as he would have wished.
Now, very well, ladies and gentlemen. Very well, ladies and gentlemen. At long last, Kenyans finally know what is ailing William Samoei Ruto. Inferiority complex. Now, let's get into the meaning of inferiority complex, because that is what METHU seems to be telling us that William Ruto is suffering from. And going by the dictionary, it says it's an inferiority complex is a basic feeling of inadequacy and insecurity. These feelings may stem from a real or perceived deficiency in some area of a person's life. This could be a physical or psychological weakness or shortcoming. That is what we are told, ladies and gentlemen. So the big question here, based on your analysis of William Ruto's recent ways of politics and how he handles himself, do you think that Ruto is suffering from inferiority complex? Now, to answer that question, I want us to go into last week's events, the events of the Northeastern, because the argument from Senator METHU was that how William Ruto carried himself during the Northeastern region is enough evidence that he is indeed suffering from inferiority complex. Now, the big question again is, how will Ruto solve this that is ailing him? So before we continue, ladies and gentlemen, kindly like this video. It's so important, because if you like this video, that is the only YouTube shares our content. Subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed before, and to existing subscribers, I want to continue thanking you so much, because without you this channel cannot grow. So thank you so much. Now again, we are told that, because now that is what we Senator METHU has told us, that Ruto suffers from the inferiority complex. Again, we have to look at the remedies. Then how does Ruto solve this? Now, we are told that to overcome inferiority complex, focus on practicing self-compassion. Take note of that. Then the second thing, setting realistic goals. Realistic goals. So that is what caught my attention, ladies and gentlemen, with this argument of METHU. That is why I now believe that METHU has a point. Maybe I'm giving him 90%, because setting realistic goals, that is one of the solutions to solve inferiority complex. So according to Senator METHU, he believes that what is ailing William Ruto is the fact that he set unrealistic goals. And that explains why he is now finding himself on the defensive. He has to achieve them at all costs, and they are not achievable. So that could explain why METHU thinks that Ruto suffers from inferiority complex. Again, we are told that one should stop celebrating small achievements and avoid comparison to others. Now, avoiding comparison to others, let's delve into a statement that Ruto released about the PhD. That was not okay to have made that pronouncement. That is according to the people who are allied to Rigathi Gachagua. They are saying that Ruto ought not to have talked about PhDs, that people advise him don't have PhDs, because even you see the people in Rigathi's camp are trying to compare Ruto to other presidents. And Jomo Kenyatta never had a PhD. We don't know about Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, and what about Kibaki? So what he's saying, and even more, so what he's saying, according to the statement from the president William Ruto, is that the only people who can advise him are the PhD holders or the former presidents, or someone in the league of a president. So again, I'm wondering, Ruto has advisors, and Moses Kure is an advisor. If that is the position, then should we say that the advices that Moses Kuria give are never heeded?
Say this. The last time I was with you here, you know, I have been a very adherent supporter of William Ruto. But there comes a time that you also have to take a step back and look at what are we doing? What are we doing to our people? Are we really doing, are we living up to the promises that we've told to our people? And I wish I came with our Kenya Kwanza manifesto. It was a very good manifesto. Mm-hmm. You know, the programs that we have had for this country, which we have actually now completely veered off. You'll never hear us now speaking about Pesa Mfukoni and the Hustler Fund. You'll never hear the president in his tours. He never speaks about Hustler Fund. It was a backbone of our reviving of the economy. You never hear him now speaking about county aggregation and industrial park. Even the ones that he launched, he never speaks about them again. There's one that was done groundbreaking in Nyandarua, and nobody speaks about it. There's no budget to it. Yeah. There's nothing to it. And so we cannot still keep on just following and not speak for our people on matters that we think we are. By the way, your president visits your area, and the next day you are being rounded up because the president feels that he's unhappy, that he was not received as he had expected. And I would want you to, as you read the story, get to understand the charges upon which these people are charged. And I'm happy that the courts actually released them for free. It is my opinion, my very considered opinion, that I think our president is suffering from inferiority complex. There's no other reason why anybody would round up children because he feels that he was not received as he would have wished. One of the captions that have been captioned here is that the next day when they were just arresting people, they were just arresting people who are walking on the road. They are not even sure whether they attended the rally. One of the persons that has been quoted is that somebody was just walking towards going to a shop. The policemen just called him, come, and they put him in the truck. And he has been told that he's in the group that heckled the president. If you look at the headline of the Standard yesterday, the president was being called unpresidential. Unpresidential. He was being referred to as an unpresidential president. I think it is my opinion. President William Ruto needs to take a step back. He needs to reflect on him as the symbol of national unity. Whatever he says and whatever words that come out of his mouth, are they bringing unity in the republic? Are they making him and giving the respect that beholds the office of the president? When he just tells people, because they do not feel or they have not been convinced enough on a program that he, in his opinion, thinks is a very good program on vaccination, and people don't agree to it, or some people are actually a bit cautious about it, and then he calls them wajinga. He says that you people cannot advise me because you don't have PhDs. People cannot advise me because they have not been presidents. How many people have been presidents? If anything, then he says that he can only be advised by one person, Uhuru Kenyatta, who has been president. I think those are not words that befit the office and the stature and the person of President William Ruto.
But from that video, Senator METHU ameamua kwamba lazima achome reli. When Ruto toured Northeastern, you know, he knew very well that Heckling haingekuwa sana. You see, that provided him with a perfect opportunity to hit at Rigathi Gachagua and not fear at all. You know, if you look at the event of Northeastern, Ruto alikuwa very comfortable in that region, akijua kwamba hata zomwa, there will never be heckling. That is why Mandera, Garissa, you know, Wajir, those counties were a bit peaceful. The rallies were peaceful, and they provided him with a perfect platform to hit at the people he perceive as naysayers, to hit at them. But when he reached Isiolo County, things started unfolding differently. That's why you find that there are numerous arrests now of youths in that region. So in Isiolo County, you know, there are mixture of other tribes are there. Okay, we have the Borana, we have the Ormo, we have people from the Meru community, Embu community. You have people from the Ukambani community. Those are people in large numbers there. And I've been to Isiolo County, and I know the demographic there. So most of those tribes in Isiolo County sio kama vile Mandera ambao kuna tribe kidogo, ni Somali, most of Somali, but in Isiolo County kuna mchanganyiko kidogo. So one can easily say that because of that reason, that's why Ruto was heckled. But again, someone is saying that the heckling was not targeted at William Ruto, that it was between the heckling were directed at the senator and the governor. But if you look at the video carefully, unapata kwamba those hecklings, some of them were targeted at William Ruto. So that is what transpired, ladies and gentlemen. So just go below on the comment section and you can offer a reaction regarding this statement from Senator John METHU. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.